Okay, guys, what is good? It's your boy Big Drizzlax. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode here at OGHQ. As you can see, we have all of my knives laid out beautifully. Actually, I have one in my pocket. Let's do a pocket check. And these are paint stains, not what you're thinking. So get your mind out of the gutter. We got this beautiful Para 3 lightweight, and this knife is just, it's grown on me. It's something special. I don't like big knives, but this one here, wowzers in your trousers, and that's exactly where it is. So let's get started with all of these. I don't want to take too much time. I don't want this to be one of those real long videos. And guys, please hit that like button for me. It's the best way to support the channel. It tells the YouTube algorithm, the gods up in YouTube land, to push the video. Push the button. Go from left to right without any further ado, and we're just going to cover some of these things. These are the blades to my everyday knife, the box cutter that I use at work, Pete's Pirate Life pen, a Lamy, these are just ballpoints, and then a Lamy Pico pens as well. And we have the Olight. So this is the new one actually. This is the one with the USB Type-C charging, and the i1R2 Pro. I actually have the normal one as well. That's in the yellow kit that I'm about to do the video on next week. My yellow carry, I'll get to that in a second. Okay, so let's go to the first knife as I reach over there. This is the CRKT. This of course is the Lucas Burnley design squid, an extremely popular knife. I dyed it using the Ritmore Dymore, whatever it's called. I got this purple bead to match, and just paracord from the local hardware store, and I kind of feel like it came out really nice. So let's go into the next one, which is the Civivi Justin Lindquist design. This actually won the award. I forgot what it was. I'll try and find it and put it up on screen, but they call this the gentleman's carry, and I can totally understand why. Folds down into nothing, and I think Civivi is absolutely killing it. They're doing a lot for the EDC game, which I kind of feel like a lot of other knife makers aren't really doing. Like Benchmade's still concentrating mostly on hunting and things like that, but there's this whole new market that is opening up, and some companies are taking advantage of that and some companies aren't. So Kaiser is definitely one of those companies. So this is the Feist with the micarta scales. As you guys can see, the micarta is, you know, fairly worn in, and I do like it when it looks like that. The blade looks fantastic. This was the first front flipper that I ever bought, and you know, a definite favorite in my collection. So now we're going to go into the Benchmades. This knife here is first production, which it says right there, and also a favorite of mine. Look at that blade, just the whole craftsmanship of this. You know, the minute that they went on sale in Australia, I think they got 10 in at Nebo Knives, and he was like, you know, they're gonna go quick, so don't sleep. And I got one of the 10, and of course, yeah, first production, I think they only put that on the first 1,000 knives. A definite favorite. There's so many favorites. As I reach for all of these, I like these knives, and that's why they're in my collection. I've had so many other knives that I've gotten rid of. I just didn't like them. So everything that I have now, I really love. Okay, so more Benchmade action. The mini bug out, nothing really too overly special about this knife. I guess this was one of the first knives that I got. There's a story behind this knife. If you want to know what that story is, there's a post probably about 10 posts back. I'll show it in this footage so you can see what I'm talking about if you want to know more about the story behind this knife. And then of course we have another Benchmade, which is the full-size bug out, and this one here is an expensive knife for sure, and I had some problems getting off the screws. The first screw came off easily, the second one came off easily, the last one was just totally frayed, and they ended up having to snap the clip off. You guys can probably see the marks there, and I wasn't really too happy about that, but I don't really care. Like, I use my knives, so they're always going to get scuffed up. I do wish that knife makers didn't use the T6 screw, because it gets frayed a lot. I've seen a lot of people complain about that online. Smallest knife in the collection is this Gerber zip pull knife frame lock. This was made to be put on a zip. It's actually kind of hard to get out because I don't have nails. I bite my nails, but that there is just the little Gerber, and it actually locks up, and it's pretty sharp as well, so you can put that on a zip pull. And you know, probably, I mean, not probably, but it is the smallest knife in my collection. I usually just put it on this Espina, the Night Eyes, and that's how I use it. Another knife that is extremely underrated is this Opinel. A lot of people always go for the more expensive knives, but they'll never buy something like this. Don't know why. This is probably one of the sharpest knives in my collection. I don't like touching the blade. It is a slip joint knife, and I just love it. It weighs nothing. It costs nothing. You actually get to use it in the fifth pocket. It's absolutely fantastic, and the size of this one is the number 5. If you don't have one of these in your collection, do yourself a favor. It's a fun little knife. Okay, into the next knife right here. It is the Fox Knives Baby Core. Really like this knife. I wish it wasn't as heavy as it is. I feel like they could have just drilled the scales on the inside with a whole bunch of holes and maybe taken away 5 to 10 grams out of this. I don't usually like knives that are kind of like this. I don't know, it's kind of chunky. Like the Wii Banter is kind of like this as well. It just, you feel it in your pocket, you know. So I think the scales could have been worked on a little bit more, just drilled out. But still, I like carrying this knife. It's not too big. It always gets the job done. Lots of fun. Now, this knife here was probably the biggest disappointment out of all my knives. And I know a lot of you won't want to hear that, but I don't know, the packaging just wasn't the greatest. And when I got it, I don't know if you're going to be able to hear this, but when you apply pressure to the top, and I've tried pulling it apart, I don't know what it is. It's not the way I'm holding it, because no matter where you hold it, it does that. So if my fingers aren't right there, if they're here, it still does that. So I don't know what the fix is. I don't know if I just got a faulty model or something like that, but for a knife that costs $400 to not be, you know, at its opening point and making this ridiculous clicking sound, a little bit disappointed with that one. Next one, Insonzo, the blue one. Not much to say about this. This is also the Vox knives, the Vox. So really love this knife. I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. I like the way that it flicks open. The blade, it looks mean, and it's definitely one of my favorites in the collection. And then we have its brother, which is the green one. Pretty much the same. Actually, should we do a side by side? There we go. So there's the green one, there's the blue one. Love these knives, and they get a crazy amount of pocket time. And then we just have a multi-tool from Small Rig, and I use that Bic lighter to burn the paracord for my knives when I'm putting the lanyards on. Let's go down here. You guys have noticed that I like a lot of smaller knives. We got the Corvids with the beads, matching beads that I've tried to really match up with every single knife. I think this one kind of came out really good. This is kind of like the coffee, my little coffee version of that. And then we have l'Orange with the satin blade and the bead as well. I love these knives, man. They're real just, you know, quality. And you know, you got to chuck a little bead on there and a lanyard, I feel like, because it just gives you a little bit more to grip onto. Not that I'm usually ever cutting anything like this. I like how knife reviewers are always like, oh, it feels good in the hand, like you're about to skin something. Like, I use this to open like Tim Tams biscuits packets and chip packets and things like that. Here we have the Civivi Kiwi, which is my second one, and I've also got some dye more red, so I'm going to dye this red, and I have another micarta bead like that, and I'm going to put the micarta bead onto this. I'm going to get the same paracord, same bead, but this is going to be dyed red. Fifth pocket carry, extremely sharp, I absolutely love what Civivi's doing, and I love these two knives. Let's go into one of my favorites. There's a little bit of a story behind this one. This is actually the guts of the purple one, the black part, and then I put it onto the olive kind of scales. The purple one with the satin scales out of this olive knife actually went to a friend of mine in Perth. If you're watching, Benny, shout out to Benny. He's becoming a police officer, and that was a gift to him. And I also gave my black baby banter to a friend of mine at work, Adam, because you know, knives make a great presence, and I've given away so many knives to people trying to get them into this hobby, and it usually works. So next one is also a favorite. This is like, how many could you have? I could probably have 10 of these and not be content, because I love the Elementum so much. I got this titanium bead, of course, from Adventure Carry, just like so much of the stuff in this chest. I love supporting Mitch at Adventure Carry because he's just a dude. And what are we moving on to? We're going to go into the multi-tool. This is the 2022. I think it looks really good. It kind of has this like rose-ish tint in the gray, and there's only 2022 of these. It's the Pioneer X, and I absolutely love this knife. I don't think there's many left around the place, so get one while you can. Then the classic. I've given this knife away to so many people, including my mum, the cleaner at my work, one of my best friends. So great little present, especially my mum uses the toothpick more than anything, and the scissors. And the janitor at my work, I got the Dog in Space one. I'm going to put a photo of that up so you guys know what I'm talking about. It was his 30th birthday, and I got it out of my everyday kit and gave it to him for his birthday. These scales are titanium, so I just pulled off the scales, the red scales off the classic, and I threw these titanium ones on there. You got the toothpick and the tweezers still, so a few people on Instagram have actually gotten the scales as well, and they've done their own version of that. Then we've got the Leatherman PS4 squirt. Not really a big fan of this because, I don't know, every time I use it, trying to actually use the pliers, like it just doesn't work. It's not that good for anything, you know. It's kind of like I don't know, like my friend Judd's has a Leatherman, and that's a real Leatherman. It's kind of like got magnets, and you can twist it like a butterfly knife and use it, and when you grip something, it grips unbelievably. But this, nah, it's just not where it's at. I got proper pliers that you can do the job with a lot better than that PS4. Don't really recommend it that much. Now we're going to go into the Spydercos. The Spydercos are the knives that I have the most of in my collection. 7! This is the Dragonfly. I've got another Dragonfly coming, the pink one. And a subscriber, Roy, actually sent me these black scales. So we're going to put the black scales on the pink Dragonfly. So that'll be my second one. This is the one with the CF Elite blade and carbon fiber scales, made in Japan, of course. This is the Man Bug. Absolutely love this knife. Fell in love with it. Sharp. Just the way that it fits in your hand, like absolutely crazy. And then I've got these beads, which are Pandora's box. Like, women get these like Pandora's box beads and they put them on their bracelets. So I got this Taurus one and I put it on my knife. It's real silver, 925. So also got another one on here, Dice, Pandora's box. They got a whole bunch of like girly ones, but you can find things that, you know, you like. This, of course, is the Ladybug. Love this knife. I got this just after the Man Bug, pretty much the same week. Then down the line, I ended up getting another Man Bug Warncliffe because it's got the black on black, and I just love these knives. Like, these knives, right, they weigh under 20 grams. When you have it in your pocket, it just disappears. You don't even know that you have it in your pocket. So absolutely love these knives. So yeah, I've got the Para 3 in my pocket, which I've already talked about, and I just bought the little Native as well. Next is this little beast. This is the Kaiser Walnut, and I absolutely love this knife just because it's so like just fidget friendly, man. Like, You can do this all day. It is a little bit on the heavier side. I wish that they thought about the weight a little bit more on this one, but still, I don't carry this a lot, but I do fidget with it a lot, and I always have it like close by. Oh man, I look like a fool. Another Kaiser. I wonder how many times I've misfired in this video. Another Kaiser, which is pretty self-explanatory. This is the Sheepdog Mini Sheep's Foot. This is a great knife, extremely sharp. Love the blade. I think they nailed it. This black micarta, it looks absolutely fantastic. It's stunning. Nothing more to say about that. If you don't have one of these in your life, I don't know what you're doing with yourself. But next knife is this K-bar, is that how you say it? Dozier. This knife is, the design is absolutely amazing. I think I paid $35 for this, but the thing about it is that when I got it, it just wasn't sharp. Like, maybe I need to just sharpen it. I don't think the steel is actually even that great. Made in Taiwan. I mean, you get what you pay for, don't you? So I'm not sure what the steel is on this. But yeah, $35. The design is pretty sick. So that is the K-Bar Dozier. Bit of paracord. Bob's your uncle, Jane's your aunt. Winding down, we got the Pete's Pyrolife multi-tool there. I don't really carry this around that much. It's kind of like cheap feeling. The leather sheath is really good from Big Idea. But this, I don't know, it's more of a novelty, and I've used the bead on photo shoots on other knives, things like that, but I don't carry that around too much. Oh my god, my leg is going numb like I'm taking a turd, or I've been sitting on the toilet for too long. I gotta hurry it up.
No, I'm saying.
So this is the last one. This is the ZT. Basically, this is what is it? It's a Enzo and Enzo Design USA CPM 20 CV steel, carbon fiber, and it is a slip joint, and it's one of my absolute favorites. I had some micarta scales on this. I'll put a photo in, but I took them off, and I want to get more ZTs in my collection because they make amazing knives. So that has pretty much been my little knife collection. Let me throw this drawer in, and we're going to pull out this pouch right here. This is the hub pouch from Alpaca, and if you don't have one of these, there is a link in the description. They're absolutely amazing. I'm going to keep talking them up. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my little knife collection video. I know it's gone for a little bit. If you're still watching, I really appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, that subscribe button, and tell me in the comments, what are you feeling? What are you liking? What do you think I need? What should I add to my collection? Is there something that I'm really missing that I should have? I really would like to hear from you guys. I always respond. The people that hit me up know that I love everybody that takes the time out to watch my videos. It is greatly appreciated. For the bottom of my heart, it is your boy Big Drizzlax. I love all of you guys. Till the next time, peace.